Hey guys, it's Aliyah. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already a subby. If you're not, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is a long-awaited video, and it's not going to be a tutorial. It's literally going to be you guys watching me do my makeup as I talk about school, because there've just been more questions about school, and my semester is over. I have one more final to take tomorrow, so we'll get into all of that. But this is going to be my no makeup. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm starting with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. But yeah, so hi guys, I know I didn't post last week, and I know I'm supposed to post on Wednesdays, but honestly, my last week of class was it was something. Since I started recording, somebody wanted to rob a bank apparently, but it was something. It wasn't hard, it wasn't easy, it was just a lot, and I had a group project that needed to be finished, and part of my group project was a commercial, so I felt overwhelmed trying to record a commercial, record YouTube videos, do all of those things at one time. I just didn't have it in me, honestly. This is the NYX The Brow Glue, and I'm going to go ahead and set my brows. So yeah, last week was just the time. Monday of this week, I took my physics final, my organic chemistry lecture final, my organic chemistry lab final, and that was it. So I took 3 exams on Monday. Today, which is Wednesday, I took my epidemiology final, which wasn't bad. I got a 96 on that. That's the only grade I remember off the top of my head. That's only because I took that exam today. Everything else I passed, I just don't remember my scores. And then tomorrow is calculus, and then I'm really done. The semester is really over, and I can breathe a teeny tiny bit. Did I mention what this is? This is the NYX The Brow Glue. So I should have pulled all this stuff out, and I would, but I don't know. This is the Fenty concealer in the color 380. I'm not really going to be using foundation. I could, but I a lot of times don't want to, especially when taking pictures, because I just don't need to. I'm sorry. If you want to use foundation, you can, but I'm just going to spot conceal my little hyperpigmentation marks. And I might put a teeny tiny bit of foundation over it, but my skin's been doing great, so I'm gonna leave her alone, honestly. And I'm gonna get into the brows. I'm using the Morphe Brow Pencil. I don't know what color I have in this pencil. Cold Brew is apparently the color that I use. But yeah, so I had a group project that it wasn't bad. I finished that class with an A, so it clearly couldn't have been that terrible, I just could have went without having a group project while having online classes, but all is fair. Actually, it's not fair, but whatever. We got an A. We got an A on the entire project. And so for that class, which was my public health class, I got exempt from the final as a result, which I was a fan of, because it took my 6 finals down to me only having 5. I say only. 5 is still a lot of finals, because I did, in total, I took 8 classes. If you want to get deep into it, I talk about it in my struggles of a pre-med student situation, those videos. But yeah. So for those of y'all who don't know, because somebody asked me, they were like, what year did you start school? I initially started this matriculation in 2017. Is when I decided to go to university correctly. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I'm just gonna spray down my face really quickly. Just the bottom of my face where like all my spot treatment is. I forgot to but yeah, so I started in 2017, so I should technically be walking in 2021, so I should have been walking this year, but mental health. So I did take additional time off at one point. So I took an entire year off, which pushed me back a year, but like honestly, I didn't even care at that point. I was already, you know, not graduating with like people my age. So I was like, it's not the biggest deal to me to not graduate. It was like a mental health thing, and like other stuff was happening that like I just couldn't deal with. That made me take additional time off. And so that's what I did. Where? This is gonna be a lot of me like digging through this bag. So just get used to it. Get comfortable, you know. It's fun here. I lost my hair tie, whatever. This is the ABH Brow Wiz Dip Brow Pomade, and this is in the color chocolate. Yes, I'm using two different things on my brows because the end of my brows they don't give me enough of a lot. So sometimes I just give them a little extra. I really don't know what is happening outside, and I don't want to know. So boom, brows are finished. I have multiple ways of doing my eyebrows. This is just the way that I do it when like I'm more than often taking pictures. If I'm not taking pictures, like I will not go to this extreme to do my brows. This is the NARS, what is this thing? Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I use the color Medium Dark 3 Amande, and I use the same color in my Creamy Radiant Concealer. Also, the door is open because Charles is coming in and out, because if I close the door one way, he's gonna be upset. If I close it the other way, he's gonna be upset. So it's just open. But yeah, so this semester wasn't completely terrible. Did I have fun? No. Would I do it again? No. 0 out of 10 would recommend. But that's okay. Say hi to Charles. Okay. Anyway, but excuse me. Get your paw off of that. Thank you. I'm not gonna conceal. When I do this, I do not conceal the whole top of my brow, because like that's a lot. But just to conceal like enough of my brow, like especially the tip, to give it like a defined shape but still be like bushy, because I like the bushy brow look, because it makes me look like I have a lot more hair than I do. Because these brows, they ain't really, you know, they're not giving you much to work with. I need to go wet my sponge. Hold on. Alright, so brows fixed. I'm just gonna go in and blend these. I know you're like, you could use the other side of the sponge. I could, but but I don't like using the other side of the sponge for like that portion. Makeup is subjective, you know, do what you will with it, right? So anyway, back to school. Oh, I already pulled this out. I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Longer Foundation. This is in the color 410, and I'm only gonna use one pump of this. You can use as much or as little foundation, but because I already like spot treated everything, I'm not using a lot. Also, sometimes like I said, I do this without foundation sometimes. But this is just like my go-to. I'm running out of the house and I need to be an acceptable part of society, or I'm taking pictures to some extent. So, but yeah, school's not bad. And I keep getting the question. People are like, "Oh, are you excited to be a senior? Are you excited?" Stop licking your chest. Are you excited, like, to be finishing up whatever? And I don't think I feel the excitement yet. Like, it doesn't feel real. Like, none of this feels real. I don't feel like I've finished. I don't feel like I am, you know, that close to the finish line. I just don't feel it. Like, I don't have it. And I'll keep saying this, that I don't know what is going to click. And it's like, it's crazy because once August hit, August 1st, like as soon as school starts, I have my graduation application. It's ready to go. And I have I have content kind of planned out that's like graduation themed. I have enough content that's graduation themed and like photo shoots and stuff that I want to do that's graduation themed for the entire year. Like, I have so much stuff that is literally graduation themed for the entire year. I just have so much, and it is what it is, you know? Yeah. I'm taking my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and this is in the color Medium Dark 3 in Monday. And maybe when I get to start like going through those processes and, you know, taking pictures for that and like actually celebrating, maybe I'll feel it more. But as of right now, I just don't have it. I need to re-up on my NARS concealer because this one is she's pretty empty. Very much so. But I apply it like this. You can barely see it because I literally just apply it like in the spot. And then I go in with a second concealer, and this is in the color Caramel. This is in Caramel, so Medium Dark 2. And same brand, still NARS. And I just put this one, like, I just bloop it right there to cover that extra deep bag. So you can kind of see, yeah. So you can see like the pattern, but that's really where I do like the brightening concealing in that general area. You gotta make sure your eyebrows are blended. You can't be giving halo brows. That's so 2017. We don't do that anymore, you know? That's not what we're doing. And we're gonna let that dry down for a second. While that dries down, I'm gonna set my eyebrows because I didn't top my eyebrows off with a mascara. So I do a couple layers of like a clear brow gel, and I'm just going in with the same NYX product on my brows. And then that's the other thing I was thinking about, because I was like, gosh darn it, do I want somebody else to sit and do my makeup for any, like, would I be okay with other people doing my makeup for like graduation stuff? because, you know, makeup artist makeup versus my own makeup, even though I really like my makeup and it makes me look like me with makeup is just a better version of me. Like, I'm great regardless, but it's just a better me, versus like makeup artist makeup is like, who is that? Who that? You know? So it's like, I don't know. And it's like, where is my, no idea. There it is. But yeah, makeup artist makeup. She be like, who that? But it's like, where do I even find a makeup artist that I like, you know? I'm going back in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And I'm just going to blend out my concealer. I start from the edges and blend that out. I'm not touching the one that's on the inside yet. Just blend up, and then I'm going to work on my inside. And I blend that down the side of my nose. But that's just based on like my face shape and what works best for me. But yeah. So it's just like, it's so many things to think about, so many things to process, and I guess I keep saying this because like that's just how I constantly feel. I just feel like it's just so many things to process. Like, like the conversation of like who's coming to graduation. That's an open conversation now, and I've talked to my mom and she wants to come. Like, I've actually had a conversation with my mother. She wants to come to graduation. My grandparents, I already pre-invited them. They knew. My youngest aunt, she was a guarantee. I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter powder in the color Honey, and I'm not using a lot of product. Like, I'm not baking, but I'm gonna like set my face. Like, it's enough that I can press it to my skin. But yeah, like my aunt, she knew she was coming, and then my boyfriend, and I really hope that it will be post-COVID enough that they will give me more than 4 tickets. I've also talked to my father. So I talked to both my parents at the same time, and like my mom was the first one that I thought of over my father, just being perfectly honest. And like invited my mom first, and I asked her, I was like, do I have to invite my dad? She was like, you should invite him. So I did, but honestly, after even having a conversation with him, I don't want him there. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't want him there. It is what it is. And we're like, oh, that's so mean. If you know, like, my whole whatever, I just don't want to do it. But it's my graduation and the schooling that I paid for and that my mother paid for at one point, that I don't feel obligated. Alright, I'm taking the ABH powder bronzer. This is in the color Mahogany. This is super dirty, but mind your business. And I'm just taking this random brush. Mind your business, like I said. But yeah, so I'm okay with my mom coming, and like my mom has also decided, well, I asked her if she wanted to do like the whole trip thing post graduation with like me and my partner and like my friends and like the stuff, and she was like, she was down. So I hope that goes well and goes over well. I don't want any problems, personally. I'm sure no one wants, problems or like to start any issues or anything, but I just hope there are no issues. Just for the sake of my mental health, because it's my graduation. Just getting away. kind of heavily bronzed because like this bronzer is like literally, if I don't use enough, you can barely see it on certain parts of my face. So that's what that is. And then I just go in with a smaller brush and like blend away any extra powder. There's not a lot, but any extra powder from underneath my eyes and on my nose, because I did set my nose a little bit more heavily. And then I brush down the extra powder onto my lids because I'm gonna use it in a second. And we get to that. Great. Hold on. Okay. So this is the part that gives me like the we're going for the finished look part. So I'm taking a Morphe, what is this, E22 brush, and I'm taking that same bronzer on this brush, and I'm going to contour and like just shape my nose, like bronze up my nose a little bit. And like I bronze up my nose all the way to my eyelid and like peak my nose at the bottom, and then like cut across my nose ever so slightly to give my nose some shape. Especially, I do this especially if I wear foundation, so that I am, you know, having a shape in there and it's not just a lost cause in my face. Like you can see, like this is bronzed on this side and like this eye is not. So like I get a little heavy in this little front socket, like that goes into my brow. Don't go too heavy-handed and like just be patient and blend that out. And it gives you like it just draws attention to all the right places. It makes my nose look really long and like it belongs on the rest of my face because it looks like it doesn't belong. And then I'm gonna take the Amrezy palette and I'm gonna take 1955, but you can use like any matte brown shadow. This is just what I have, or 1985, and I'm just using any like slightly darker brown shadow, and I'm going to kind of shade in my outer V. You don't want the brown shadow to be too brown, but you want it to be like slightly noticeable so that it just looks finished and gives you some more shape to your eyes. And then I just drag it like to the middle of my lash line. So like kind of almost like, I think it's like the fox eye trend almost is very similar to that. So you can like see what it looks like. Like it just gives me like the, you know, sultry eyes type of ordeal. And then I go in and just do the same thing to the other eye. But yeah, so my mom will in fact be coming to graduation as long as I get the amount of tickets I'm supposed to have. Like, as long as I would like for them to give us 6 tickets. That would be great. That would be impeccable. That's the perfect amount, personally. Look at that. Look what that looks like. Now, there's 2 different things I'll do. I'll go back in with that same darker brown shadow, 1988. And run it across my lower lash line, focusing like on the outer corner, like outer edge, just to like make it cohesive. Yo, what is happening? It just pulls it all together. And then because I'm also gonna like pop some lashes I go in with Lugo and BK out of the same palette, and I just mix those together, and then I just run them across my top lash line. Like, very smudgy, very loosely, like, just to give me some more shape and definition on my eyes. It's Lugo and BK. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not, but it is. And like, I'm not extending it past my lashes. It's literally just for color purposes. If you want, like, if you want some more color, here it is. This is the Morphe E27 brush. But I was saying, if you want some more color, and I'm going in with the color OG. But if you want some more color, you can brush something across your actual like lid. But sometimes I don't care for that, and I'm using this as like a brow color. Like, I don't want a brow highlight, but I just want to make sure that it's cohesive. And that they all mesh well together. This is just what I do. Again, very subjective. Different strokes for different folks. Alright, I'm gonna go pop on a little bit of wing liner and I'll be right back. I interchange between it just depends if I interchange between blush and highlighter. This is like a look I go for all the time, and I just change it literally just based on what I need for the day. Like, if I'm taking pictures, if the sunlight is out, like how the sunlight is hitting me for the day, like what all those things are. But yeah, I get it, I know. But I really do thank you guys for coming to hang out with me today.